What up, though, y'all? How y'all living? Detroit, stand up. Now, I don't know why certain people trying to come at the city. I don't know why certain people trying to come at people that represent the city. But what I do know is this group of people that's representing Detroit ain't got no smut on their name. People may have did some things that folks may not like, but ain't no violators. And recently we got this guy. You know what? Let's check it out.
Juan-o's
My baby mama trip, she been going through my phone. Tired of me cheating, I can't leave these alone. Hella pics, hella tips on my cash app.
So Wack 100 up to the old tricks again. I know you Wack, well, it's kind of like the talk of the town right now, the talk of the country, where Wack 100 supposedly has dropped some paperwork saying that Tee Grizzley snitched on a cat named Baby Shooter, who's an Avalon's crip.
Now let's stop here. First of all, Tee Grizzley didn't snitch. When his house got broken into, he wasn't even in the same city. Now, Wack 100 put that paperwork out saying that Tee Grizzley gave a statement to the police. But how could he give a statement if he wasn't there? How? And in the paperwork, it says that they took that statement face to face, not over the phone. So how could you give a statement in LA if you in Miami? But let's go.
Out in LA.
I told him, I said, you was in Miami. I said, you was in Miami when the police first called you, right? It got quiet.
Yeah, it got quiet. Because the paperwork you put out say he met them face to face. All this misleading is crazy.
I'm just telling you what the attorney saying the detective gave. And the cold part about it, like, you ain't gonna do nothing. You out here enjoying your life, and that's cool. We enjoying our content.
And that's the problem. What you mean somebody ain't gonna do something? What is somebody supposed to do? Is a millionaire really supposed to throw his life away for a wife beater who makes $11,000 a month? I mean, fuck that. Is a dude that work at McDonald's, that's the manager at McDonald's, supposed to throw his life away because you don't like something or because you don't like him? I don't think we need to quit antagonizing people to throw their lives away for our respect. What the fuck is your respect worth? You sit next to snitches, and while you sitting here trying to shame Tee Grizzley, oh no, you lying on Grizzly. You're lie snitching on Grizzly. That's what you doing. What about your man's P? When people broke into his house, he called the police. Matter of fact, he showed up and shot a video and threatened niggas if they broke in his house again. He did everything that you accusing Tee Grizzley of doing. But I don't see you saying nothing to him. He snitched in a drug deal. As a matter of fact, your man's QCP is such a snitch. He is actively trying to bring the noise, shall I say, to YouTubers with loud enough voices to point out the fact that he's a snitch while sitting here talking about how he ain't a street nigga. But I know for a fact, I have it on the strictest, quietest information, that he tried his damnedest to have a YouTuber got at. Tried his damnedest, but you know what that YouTuber did? He ain't snitched like your boy did. He took his car and got it fixed on his own. He defended himself on his own against a nigga in their town. Hey. So if we gonna talk about snitching, let's talk about snitching. Your man's baby shooter here, he snitched. As soon as people got on his head, oh, so-and-so did that, such and such did that. It's a whole lot of rap behavior going on out there, Wack 100. But you gotta lie on T, though. And why you lying on T? What's your hatred toward T?
So all you young rappers, you can't call me with it on the phone. That don't work. We invented that when we really used to do something. Call me with it on the phone in their mid-30s.
What did y'all really used to do, Wack? Because every artist that one of your artists had beef with is still alive. Everybody Suge was trying to press when you was with them, still getting money. So what did y'all really used to do besides annoy people?
They in jail. That don't work. He is petrified to go do a 10-piece right now. And I had to tell him,
You petrified to go do a 10-piece. And with this Big U case, it's mighty funny that you didn't at least get a conspiracy charge, because you was running with this nigga while he did some of this. And you said you was talking to him every day. You said you was advising him on how to handle things. You said it was your plan to make Big U the face of the California thing. So how you, and you admitted that on the internet, how you ain't got a conspiracy charge?
No disrespect, yo, Tee Grizzley just a rapper, man. You know what I'm saying? You're a rapper. You know what I'm saying? You spirit real. You're a rapper.
No, bro, that man's a man. That man's a father. That man's a leader. A rapper is what he does for a living. Like my brother say, I got one job and one cape. My job is to be a father. My cape is what I put on and when I go do that other shit, when I go to work, when I show out, when I whatever. Because I ain't got to do that every day. But the job of being a father, that's every day. That's a 7-day, 24-hour job. Respect manhood, something you may not know nothing about, Mr. Wackadoo.
Out here that did some things. I would never call NBA Youngboy just a rapper. So
Wack 100 produced some paperwork.
Oh, so that's what this about. This about NBA Youngboy. Oh, I like Youngboy. I ain't got nothing to do with him and Tee Grizzley pass. But you can't try and shame Tee Grizzley because he the only one that got one up on this guy, can you? Can you? Is you really that much of a hater, or did Birdman send you to do this? And let me give you a message. When Birdman did what he did and Cash Money fell, Detroit supported all his artists, gave them a place to be, all type of that shit. They was, two of the hot boys was here a lot. We protected Cash Money. When the Detroit underground rappers was the only ones that could afford to pay y'all for features, let's be for real, they was the only ones could afford to pay y'all. Y'all showed up with half y'all jewelry fake. But Detroit ain't trying to shame y'all. We kept that a secret.
Which was fault was fake paperwork. I said it to you. So you
Say
don't
what,
have to
dog?
be. You don't got to be an academic scholar.
Okay.
You don't have to be a Rhodes scholar. You don't have to be. You don't even have to have had spent a day in jail or in prison. You never have had to go to the library one time. You never have had to caught a misdemeanor or a felony even to know and understand that paper, it's not even paperwork. The paper that he says shows and proves that Tee Grizzley cooperated with the police and pointing out the guy who burglarized his house. You can look at the paperwork without even reading anything. You can look at the structure of the document itself and know that that's not legitimate. That's one. Once you start to read the document and you look at the sentence structure and you look at the language that's being used in there, you know that wasn't written by a member of law enforcement, certainly not a detective as seasoned as the one they're saying authored or penned that.
And guess who Wack 100 is saying authored or penned this note? The damn deputy chief. Now, I don't know how it go in your city, but the deputy chief ain't writing no goddamn reports. He's not. The deputy chief is a bureaucratic job. He's not even part of the union. He doesn't do rank and file work. He's there to make sure the rank and file does their job properly, not to do their job. As a matter of fact, it may be a conflict of interest if he was to sign something like that.
Supplemental police report that related to the robbery at the Birdman Tee Grizzley house. That's number two. Number three, so once paperwork hit the flow, Wack says that he sent the paperwork to 15 other people prior to him coming out and saying anything about it. That's the same strategy he used with BG. Before he talked about BG and accused BG of being a snitch, he sent the so-called paperwork about BG to 14, 15 other people, and it landed on 1090 Jake's desk.
And there we have it, folks. Fake it in a $3 bill. And the reason the other YouTubers didn't touch it is because Tee Grizzley was in fucking Miami. Like, yo, stop it. Stop it. Everything ain't entertainment. Everything ain't content. And if you can't make content on your own with trying to trash somebody else, allowing somebody else, then maybe you shouldn't be a YouTuber or a clubhouser. What kind of grown ass men hang in the clubhouse? We out.